Hello and welcome to another Sparkling Mandalas session with Sparkles or Lauren, either way. I have many names. So today we're going to do a mandala and we're going to use everyday objects from around the house. So I'm going to use a plate to start, and I'm going to start with the biggest circle first because you can't see through the plate, and if you don't do that first then you can't line up the other circles as well. And I just kind of use my fingers and guesstimate, do my best. That looks a little, there we go. Excuse my head coming in the camera, but that looks about right. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the first circle. And now we have begun. All right, oh, I do need to put on my second set of eyes. Now I can see if it's even. Yeah, pretty darn close for eyeballing it. All right, so now I'm gonna do another circle. I'm gonna use some paper plates and I'm gonna get it right in the center as close as I can, again by just eyeballing it. Because I'm not using technical art tools, it's not going to be perfect, and that's quite okay. Unless it's completely really off, which it is a little bit on this one, but I'm not going to worry about it. And I'm going to use a bowl, and I'll try and get that one a little better. There we go. The nice thing about art is there's no mistakes. It doesn't have to be perfect. With that, got it pretty spot on. Nice thing about using tape is you have an inner and an outer circle, or would that be an outer and an inner circle? Okay. Excuse the head again. Okay, looks like we got it good, so I'm going to go ahead and draw the outer circle and then the inner circle. Looks good. And last I'm going to use a Scotch tape. Get that right in the middle. There we go. And I'm going to draw again the outer and the inner circle. Now I'm drawing the circles on here a little bit darker than I normally would if I wasn't on camera, so you can see it better, but you want to do them lightly so that you can erase them later when you need to. Okay, so now I'm going to guesstimate the circle, inner circle, and then I'm going to take my ruler and draw some guidelines, and these I will be erasing later, so you would definitely want to do these lighter. But again, I'm going to do them not so light so that you can see them on the camera. There. Make sure I get it as close to the center as possible. Now I'm going to go ahead and guesstimate where the center is and put a little dot on the outer circles. It needs to be over a little. There we go. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm going to line up right through the center to the other dot. This one's fighting with me a little bit. We'll go a little bit. There we go, close enough. Okay, oh, it's off a little. You really want it to be perfect in the center. There we go, these ones line up. Oops, and I slid over. All right, do I want to stop there? Yeah, we're gonna stop there. Okay, and I'm gonna redo this line because it's off too much. It's off too much. It's awfully off. Okay, I did that in another video I recently did. Same spot. Something's out of kilter in my life. Okay, and I'm gonna redo this one too because it's off a little bit. You have to get the guidelines right. It's one of the tips about doing mandalas, because if you don't have good guidelines, your whole picture will be off. And I'm just going to lightly erase these so I don't mistakenly color those in later or use them as guidelines. Okay, so I'm going to do something in here, so I'm going to start from here and go to the guideline and I'm doing Hershey Kisses. Guidelines make it so much easier. And I'm going to continue that on to the next layer. And I'm going to use these as my guidelines. Oh, see, I didn't erase those mistaken guidelines, so I just want to make sure I'm doing the right one. Don't be afraid to turn your paper. And I'm going to redo that line because it's totally off. And I think we'll continue this pattern all the way out. So I'm going to go from here to here and there again, doing the Hershey Kiss or the chocolate chip. All the way out, so I'm going to go from here to here and here to here. I can tell that's not quite even, but that's all right. We're doing this freehand, so it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be organic. And again from here to here. So now our Hershey Kiss is going to get very flat, like it's in the oven baking. If you wanted them to be really perfect and you had no art tools in your house, you could do the first one and then go over it with some cardboard, you know, like a manila file folder, and cut out your template and use it all the way around. That way they'd come out perfect, but not gonna happen today. All right, one last, we're gonna do the outer circle. So we're going from here to here and here to here, again with the flattened Hershey's chocolate chip. Semi-sweet. You make me want cookies. And just let your hand flow. Have fun, relax, and enjoy the process. All right, so we have completed our mandala. Now what I'm going to do is take a black magic marker. I happen to have a Sharpie here. You can use whatever you have handy. And I'm just going to outline all the circles and outline all the kisses. And I like to turn my paper because it just, my hand's comfortable if I don't try and go the whole way around for some reason. So it works for me to keep on the line. Here I'm going to break the outer circle into quarters as it's getting bigger. You want to keep control over your pen or your pencil, whatever you're drawing with. Okay, I'm going to do the outer circle, quarter to quarter. Again, the outer circle, so I'm going to go quarter to quarter. Turning my paper as I go. Remembering to breathe. I did an eighth on that one. Okay, now for the chocolate chips. And now for the last outer circle, I'm going to go eighth on this one. No, not. I'm going to go quarter to quarter again. Not too big. Wasn't sure, but it feels comfortable, so I'm going to go with it. It's always better to stop your black pen where there's other lines joining it, so it'll cover up any extra ink blots from starting and stopping. Oh, I forgot the inner circle. Try that again. And the last two sets of flattened chocolate chips. And it's when you're doing the black outlining that if you've come up a little short on the pencil, you can course correct and make any changes with your pen. A couple of my chocolate chips didn't go all the way out to the end, so I extended them as I was doing the black. Like this one's a little bit short, so I will make it go all the way to the end. And the last layer of flattened chocolate chips. Alright, seems like we finished this one, and now you're going to take your eraser. I'm using my kneaded art eraser. That's kind of fun to play with, and just lightly erase all the pencil lines. Be careful not to press too hard on this because you don't want to tear your paper or make it textured. You don't have to get them completely gone, just lighten them up, because whatever you do to color it in will cover over most of that. A little That's the whole line. Here we go. All right, so there is the completed mandala drawn, and now comes the fun part. We're gonna color it. Thanks again for joining me, and like, share, and subscribe, and if you'd like to be notified, click the button below. Join me on my next mandala adventure.